ignorance of the law is no excuse. Well, today I can present to una some of the mistakes them where with diplomats and with government officials them don't they make several times, and this don't the place we are in a very funny position now the eyes of the international community. Well, it's either when we government official or we diplomats them or we the one that we're in charge of protocol can make them mistake there, so they're not can understand the kind of mistake when they make, or then can not say we really they make mistake, but bolo does do no more, na so we use for do na inky responsible for them things there. So well, today na 98.1 the Good Morning Salon program, then they happen for talk to somebody where don't serve 4 presidents them. They serve retired Captain Valentine Segravo Melvin Strasser. He serve retired Julius Marabio under the NPRC. He serve the late Amat Jan Kaba, SLPP, and he also served Ernest Bai Koroma as State Chief of Protocol, when you can say scope. Well, today I do one lecture. This lecture I feel say you supposed for know. Yeah, because certain things and they are not say you say don't the area, but it's either you don't know or you just they can laugh or you just say now so we self use for do like how the authorities themselves can say. And like for example, I see the time where we first lady go now the wives of the police officers them, for example, they go address them and then they be address them as Her Excellency the First Lady. Okay, we still side and can always say Honorable Minister. Okay, we also still side and can say Excellency the Second Lady. Okay, and plenty other one them all protocols observed. Well, all of them one there na mistake. When the international community can smile, if you can see some diplomats thinking they na some program when they introduce some of them people at this carry, then you can just smile. Then they ask question and they ask now, what exactly they happen? We okay? Well, so 98.1 talk to this person and it be one kind of lecture where for me I think say I don't learn plenty things and I feel say you self go learn plenty things. Say no go no side, take your time and listen. So, but wait. Before I go to that day, tomorrow and a Saturday, and me and Justin go there with normal we had program for tell you about plenty things then. We don't happen inside we had we go really shock you. And they ask a question. Why we authorities them they deal with some of the issues they ask for this kind of way? Or who side we had they go with some of them kind of action they ask from the authority? Anyway, not to that they account for. Let me continue. Let me listen now as Asma James and Musa Kamara Binde na the Good Morning Salon program and Radio Democracy as they talk to this man we give we serious lecture on how we for stop for make some of them mistake there. So I come back just now after the interview.
All right. Well, let give brief background of one of we guests in this morning, Ambassador Soulay Daramy, Ambassador Soulay Daramy. He joined the Salon Civil Service inside December 1975 as a cadet administrative officer in the Ministry of Health. Now the Ministry of Health and later now the Ministry of Works. He joined the Foreign Service 1982 and he gained considerable and valuable experience at various departments them within the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. We prepare him well for appointments them as ambassador in later years them in life. Then promote him as Director of Protocol, and in that capacity he be the custodian of the national and international courtesies as well as liaison between the diplomatic community and the country. 1996 he spearhead for me to establish the Salon mission in Tehran, the Islamic Republic of Iran. During the difficult time in Salon with the war in there, he may also use the office as Commonwealth Desk Officer for help the country. Well, Ambassador, once I was like on this book, he said he married to Madam Afiju Daramy and gets plenty picking them and grand picking them. And also inside 2001, they recall him to the office of the president and serve as state chief of protocols, where they call scope. Until then, they appointed as Director General and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation inside 2008. The same year, they make an JP, Justice of Peace, and later they appoint as ambassador at large. Well, like I said, now seasoned diplomats now the country way really the country in Ministry of Foreign Affairs for using expertise for all them protocol way people can breach. They call in book All Protocol Observed. Now we start with the title of the book, All Protocols Observed. Why you title and this way?
Really, normally we person the right book, the right title where they attract people their attention. And one of the things that they attract anybody with a bigger protocol in this country. Now we people they know they observe protocol, and for observe protocol now for do things correctly. And because people they know they observe at all, now I make one party day in a foreign affairs, so me into me the book. Now I say this book entitled if we put our protocol observe this because this is not the commonest mistake where all man they make as alone. They say all man go they are attracted to the book. Now I make a call our all protocols observed.
For somebody where they listen to you now, all protocol observed. Go on for no waiting exactly that protocol from general understanding standpoints.
Protocol is simply the principle where they tell you how for do what you they do. Like they tell you, for example, you know, news broadcaster, how for you will do broadcasting without make blabber, without make other person vex, without cause chaos, for orderliness, decorum, and civilized manner for behave. Now that's not a protocol.
So let we look at the name again, back to the name. All protocol observed. All protocols observed. Now name that same way always then say now function. It correct for say so.
No, protocol not one thing. Now boku thing, for example, you get how for sit down, how for talk, how for call person name, how for pronounce person in name, how for spell person name, how for shake hand with person, how for buy gift give person, how for give person sit down place, outside sit down, how you dey sit down in public, how you dey eat in public, go na dey go dinner, all them things na protocol. Now if you kind of street you go talk say all protocol observe, it means say you do all them things in one go, it's not correct.
So what's it for say?
Now, what makes salon people then they say all protocol observe? Where they can kind of public then give them for let them make statement. Where you kind of public for make statement, the first thing we get for doing for tell do to people. Then you get for recognize people that were important, people that will make the business, people that will for make let other people sabi them. That name is called salutation. That's now you get for do. And salon because one laziness, nobody no one go through the long list where then the right of people that way for tell do. Second, you know go one, some people will be very nervous, you go mistake for call other person in name, let not call them wrong, let not call person way not for call. Third, some man will say me boss you and I'm not calling them what I wanna do, it will punish me, I don't jump in name. So then can just box up or say all protocols observed. That word all protocol observed. Now we will do work na protocol. Now we use now we slang that if you sit down, you and your company now go for arrange meeting. When you go down say, boy, you don't put that bucket here under, you don't put that chair under, you don't put that table under. Then the one with the checklist will tell you say all protocols observed. You don't put everything in place. Not a way for tell salutation and for call people. Now you make any side you go. You dey ask question. People where they organize the function, you where they go talk, ask them. Whether are the big people that where they come, whether they have for call their name. If that person not sabi, you know I make protocol one rule, simple standard. Just stay standing on existing protocol of the house, standing on existing protocol of the day. You don't cover all. That means say with respect to all the protocol where they in place at the camp for begin talk.
So look, in this protocol, look at timing of programs. Most times when they say this program they start 12, somebody will say no, me they go to 1 o'clock because now then 10 then the people get for go now this program, and somebody will then get 5 minutes for talk. We'll talk about then 10-15 minutes. This book they look at time as protocol, or you consider time as protocol.
In protocol, we get what we call principles of protocol, elements of protocol. This is not anything that we tell you how to do correctly. One of the things that we tell you how to do correctly and at time. And one of the things that we're very embarrassing in this country, and at time, we not get respect for time, we not sabi use time, we not sabi. If somebody tell you say 6 o'clock, not to 7:30, they tell you. Even for tell you say 7:30, we say 6, now 6. That if you can't 6 o'clock, when I go able to do it, do quick and done, I go power that business. Like who can this morning, so people then get other things for good. But if you say 6, they are 8:30. They're not correct.
Ambassador Soulay, you Lekwabi, that's Ali, very experienced. You work with 4 presidents them in your life.
Correct.
And in those days of Soulay Daramy, when the day before when president they come, you actually see the finesse of the entourage where they enter, they come. And then you get this person where go say, His Excellency the President. Under which protocol then they fall? Now that protocol scope no more for talk than they, or anybody can announce the arrival of the president.
No, everybody who work in any office get your responsibility. The scope when a state chief of protocol, or for people then and the protocol when they in charge of the president, na your responsibility. No more than one can get a responsibility in this country for ensure the president in respect maintained at all times. I made them call and state chief of protocol irresponsible. Irresponsibility now for president no more. If you remember the time when they work with president, they work and say, now president no more. And everybody else are they call and rest of mankind. Now that person your responsibility. Me you work as scope. Now for make sure say president in business correct always. Now in one grade, now in for presenter, that particular aspect of protocol now we call presentation. You get for present, you guess, you present your principle, you present people there. Now no more, because anybody else will make mistake, na disgrace to the country, na disrespect to the president, and if person do I go say, no, not to me own work that. Now I make another scope no more na for do.
In this your book, you make the summary where you do at the back of the book. You talk about Anjisno, who sits where at public events, who speaks first at a formal ceremony attended by heads of states, and where do we position our country's flag. All done we not today again where you compare and to how in those days of Una. So in this case now, president, who for talk before president, or when president for talk, again the flag, who say if for day.
Then when the all now can call protocol practices and procedure, 9 people them for land. Anybody within a public life, you forget protocol practices and procedure. Because not to salon one no more. How would they do and so now? So everybody in the world they do. So we get for now one pattern, now one kind, all over the world. You bring your own style, small, your own tradition. Now, president when they go to public for talk, president are the highest fortune in this country. Now 2 things the pan president in talk. What when I go pan function as president talk, nobody not they talk after and for can't talk anything. Pass for can't tell and thank you and tell when I thank you for do. Now make you with the draw program, you for always ask people. May I say this thing once, let everybody know in this country. Protocol in any country, na the responsibility of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and they teach all man protocol, na then sabi, na then support. Anything we do in this country, we involve public event, we involve anything official, formal, we involve for legal respect. Una for go ask Foreign Affairs Office, then go show una who say people in the sit down. The question of how people in the sit down, now practice all over the world. Guests for always they on the right hand side of the host. Always. Wait me could they insist because we if we do an salon here, you not sabi. Where you go Gambia, you not guest, you go sit down at the host in left, then go to look you like fool, and some 10% go shame for like asking a public. But for always know how would they sit down at salon and they sit down at Gambia, and so then they sit down at Morocco, and so then we sit down at Russia, always on the right hand side of the host.
Talking about speakers of the program, for instance, in most programs or some programs, then go tell you say, well, we'll not be make provision for this person, but NT Duncan now making can talk, and that they expand beyond time. What thing you go talk about that as protocol?
Of course, naturally, people, exigencies then the emergency then the. But now make you do program. Always, nearly gravity no more you do program. You go down arrange all time. And one of the simple protocol about program I go talk, tell you now. Where people then get for talk, they begin from the small one, till go to the biggest one. The smallest person at the least, not by age, not by rank, not by position. The smallest person, besides the one who they can't tell I do. Now first the talk to because the big one talk, program done.
Right.
If in the program process when I depend the program when I be don't make provision for person for talk, the person with the chair and I get for explain and take excuse from the big person where did it for asking permission for say this person have been get other thing for do, but when he come, we go put her inside. That you don't respect the whole gathering for say, when I excuse me, oh, sorry, oh, this man soon name in this program, but then in send and also say, when he come, we will make like talk. That then will respect you because you don't give them respect. But if, otherwise, how when I don't fix program if person not there, you know they when I give excuse say you don't go.
Right. Well, continue for the program. We'll come back. We'll come look at in depth of this book where you call All Protocols Observed, a handbook on protocol practices and procedures. Continue for the Ambassador Soulay Daramy.
They say half education is dangerous. So, for just start with we and left we half per we project, nothing we self no good. One way how you go continue for support we, for let we grow to we highest peak, now for support we in all angle. Well, we don't create another channel where we call Sexy New Looks. This one, we dey do here for woman, we dey show you how to make different African and European plates them, as well as different other things them. Well, if you really sure say you na one fan of we yard, do ya, I want you go now inside your YouTube app, and then you search for Sexy New Looks. Tap there, and then it will take you to the page. When you reach the page, you press the red subscribe button. When you press them, you come over to the bell and press the one with all. As you do that, it done. That don't really show say you the support we had for let we grow to the highest peak. Thank you for what you don't help we for make we channel them grow. Don't stop.
We come back to Ambassador Soulay Daramy. They look at in book where it really necessary for make people they observe protocol, especially at the foreign service. So let we look at His Excellency, Her Excellency, Ambassador. Would I then forget the title and of course the president in all man will say na His Excellency, but all the other one, the Ambassador and also Her Excellency. When they for use them, or would that forget that name there?
In protocol, we get what we call honorific. When are the tied to the road, we didn't give people them. Some man then na then work in tied to them take. Some man then respect the country, the honor he give them. Some man then the ban. Some man then the born with them. Paramount chieftaincy, for example, anybody who call paramount chief and possibly born a chief owes it on paramount chief. Honorable, now anybody will go parliament and salon now we call honorable. His Excellency, salon, we been don't accept anybody will they make ambassador plus president and vice president, now His Excellency. Like me when I be ambassador, why they inside salon? Yes, my president will call me His Excellency. But now when you come on inside salon, you go now your station, outside you did, now then they call you His Excellency. Waiting do. Because you, Your Excellency, then lent you president in power where you not in a your own country. Now, I mean, who have been there, for example, in Gambia. Now, me have been Salon president in Gambia. So, and because president in respect, not the candon, now I make them maintain you self-say, then they call you His Excellency. But when you didn't say Salon, then we just call you ambassador. The only person who to call Excellency now, when I we own, and I will president. The other one, the who to call Excellency, then ambassador with the country then they send, then they send them to we president. Now they said the right letter then they call her credential. that letter of credence, that president in that other country, the right tell you, say, I dey send this me company, we will come on our country to you. Do ya? That respect all you get for me, Giam, doing the time we did to you. So in other words, it don't lend and empower the for what he did to you. So what he did to you, himself na president in campaign kind, in the end representer. So now make we refer to all the ambassadors as his or her excellencies. Not to all man you call excellency. You will call some people that yes for fun, for company sake, but the strict rule, not just now, wives of presidents are first ladies all over the world.
And not Her Excellency.
No. Anybody you call excellency if you don't attain that position for big president or ambassador. And one of the mistakes where everybody do now, where you protocol wrong, first lady, not to all man wife. Now president in wife, president at the highest person at Salo. All man they just say Fatima. You need to call president in wife in first name. Madam First Lady, Mrs. Bio, First Lady Bio. It do. Now, a man no more get right for the call and Fatima. We in a salon, we not get right for the call and so you don't get respect.
What about Her Excellency?
No one for call Mrs. President, you right. Madam First Lady, you right. First Lady Bio, you right.
You make mention of one position we now honorable. Most times we can see and say honorable minister. Would I for take these positions as honorable minister?
Well, good. I'm glad you asked that kind of question. First, the will be small. Anybody who turn minister in this country, they come up parliament. And you remember, I don't talk say, now only parliamentarian them get that word honorable. So we country, anybody who been called honorable, now possibly come up parliament. And then 10 day, all we minister there, now they then they left, they appoint the minister. Now we could be called the honorable minister. But we call honorable now respect to the give to person. It don't flow now, even after them don't change the law, say you can make minister anybody. We don't use for call our honorable minister. And because I respect, the poor business, we continue for that. But for example, America, they need to call out the new ambassador and His Excellency away they do. Then they call her honorable. Gambia, anybody who hold big position, now honorable, then they call you. So for call minister honorable, not to law.
From your explanation, it's like plenty protocol they be breached now the foreign service as old-time protocol and also seasoned diplomats. Where you can see them, they see them protocol there so being breached. How do they feel?
Bad. First of all, not to foreign service deploy the protocol. Now we deploy the protocol, but not because we know they ask foreign service. Then when they were in a foreign service, then they learn them, then you force them. Now they don't work, now they don't responsibility.
But they're not going able for tell us to say no. The UDA force, say for example,
if you not ask
His Excellency the President. No, but if you dare ask now the foreign service and you see that protocol, somebody we're not supposed for announce president announce them. They're not okay.
Then you do small. But until you know this Ukraine country, the South with not to decide like where we've been there. For example, anybody in a protocol in a president office, in a foreign office, if I come out, if I don't learn, if I don't sabia. Like me, the graph number you be scope. If I don't be protocol in a foreign office, you be director of protocol in a foreign office, you don't sabi protocol, for let you be protocol to president. Because when you be protocol to president, the protocol for the state too, and for president no more, for let you make sure say president in your year one correct at all times.
Okay, we go for other material, but quickly the issue high commissioners and ambassadors. Waiting at the difference because you go see if you say Salon, United Nations ambassador to Salon, you go see them go text you somebody go say correct the UK, for example, a high commissioning it. Waiting at the difference.
Anytime I can teach protocol, now one of my questions I can ask people the high commissioner and ambassador, who's one high, who's one small, or if possible for that person be high commissioner or ambassador. The answer, the first one, the question I ask, no high passing company. Second, you be High Commissioner and Ambassador. Me we there so. Where I been in Gambia, me a High Commissioner. But I've been accredited to Guinea-Bissau. Why the Guinea-Bissau? Me a Ambassador. Why? High Commissioner. Now anybody, you know, so we get organization what they call Commonwealth of Nations. Anybody within a Commonwealth country we exchange ambassadors, na High Commissioners.
Oh, okay.
Anybody within all other countries, na ambassadors. Na the only difference.
Continue for the between the program, Ambassador Soulay Daramy, and we'll come back to you now. They go for the short break where we continue the program.
Yes, subscribe. You always the watch we program them, but you not subscribe yet to the channel. All waiting you get for do, press this red subscribe button, and then you come over here and press this bell. So the bell option, press this one with all. It don't done. It no get for cost you anything. When you do this, na sign for show say you dey support we for make we do more. Thank you for we your help we for share this program. Yeah, God bless you.
We continue for talk about protocol and all the procedures and how for behave before presidents and all. But another thing where people they do now the name of presidents where they can they call. So they can call the name based like President's Bureau, for example, retired brigadier or President's Bureau, or how for call a president of a state a name, a full name.
Before I answer that, let me just say something. Presidents of state, of any country, or the queen or head of state, now the highest fortune in the country. Never forget the highest respect. Never forget the best of the best. Who wanna do in a public? If we member, we then can do national award system. Then can get some phrase when they use when they use to we can call citation and they call a fountain of honor. That means say all respect in this country, they pantapi, then I aid. And for that you grab, you go talk call that person's name without respect, make an fool. Now disrespect. Some side and this some society and they, then they lock up you, then they jail you, then they hold you, then they say that disrespect to the head of state. And we own president in name, now make way any president at the world we can have power. I make I can say let them ask for affairs. In country, the right to all countries in the world, we get 197 independent sovereign countries in the world. Any president we can have power, then they write the name correct, how for spell her, how for pronounce her, then send her now all countries in the world. So we can have power. Foreign affairs writer. A writer send her all sign of the world, which means that way we one for let them call her. Now His Excellency, Brigadier retired. Then you can add, nowadays you don't be Dr. Julius Maada Bio. And
so yeah, we most of the time now retired brigadier.
You're not correct, you're wrong, it's shameful for letting the call. Particularly public officer, particularly government person with the work, or minister kind of public say retired brigadier. Not correct, not for talker. But for save all manner problem there. I'm a Frenchman, then anyway, easy. Just say the president of the republic. Now, one president we get. You let people not get headache for themselves in this country. Just say His Excellency the President of the Republic of Sierra Leone. You don't save yourself voila.
Okay, somebody will they listen to you now go like for actually I forget this book, but plenty they look at the program as lecture. So then they ask questions for yes.
Thank you.
Yes. Basically somebody they ask who that actually then for blow sarin for.
Sarin, number one, now for let you bring the awareness of the public within the street for say something the come will deserve your attention and respect. President, then the blow sarin for let everybody waiting before and realize is somebody they come will deserve respect. Ambulances. All ambulances.
Okay, so frankly, we see that they blow Sierra for Speaker of the House of Parliament. We see they blow Sierra for now the Inspector General of Police. Correct?
Now, the prerogative of the country, but not correct. Because Sarin really, now the highest person in the society, and guest where they come to the president, and guest where the country don't invite for luxury and respect. Like usually when I used to say asthma, if you not guest now the president of any country don't invite you, then you hotel, then you go take you, carry you go to that president, then you give that respect. If I go, but yeah, if I be for president, vice president, then fire force, ambulance.
And then blocking of traffic.
Blocking
For somebody like the IG, for example, for campus.
No. Traffic, then they block them because sometimes maybe we road them bad. But traffic, the convenience of the VIP where they pass, now they block traffic. But for block traffic on the side for all man, all kind of thing, it's not correct. But the woman will get for born with the motor, then can block traffic, let folks in pass. Now emergency.
But you where they go work, you for go work.
You for go work in time. Now make time. You for left in time. If you know say they take 2 hours for go work, left 2.5 hours before.
Ambassador Soulay, I go for all you day and they deprive people of this knowledge and bring you can some other time for can really talk about protocols. But stay tuned. We don't get plenty messages, then we don't come. We go come read them at the program. But let me go to other issues. The president, Dr. The president, okay, forgive me for this one because I didn't.
The president of the republic.
Okay, the president of the republic.
No, because when you call president, for make mistake, that respectable person in the country, for disrespect him by making mistake for calling name. You for always call him correct.
Okay, so we go learn and me staff themselves, I believe, say they listen to them protocol layer of calling. The way how for call names at the program when we they actually read to the people.
Ambassador Soulay Daramy.
First one, the sales information. The book we launch the book on Tuesday, next week Tuesday, 4 o'clock. The foreign minister and the launcher. After that, we will begin selling SB International 49 Shaka Stevens Street. We will put stand and St. Mary's supermarket. We will put an African supermarket. And we within a protocol division and Ministry for Foreign Affairs.
Na Amos.
We will announce them. We will go launch them on Tuesday. Now the national anthem. Yes, it's correct for playing national anthem, but really, what do you make people in the play national anthem and functions, particularly functions where President go now for draw attention to everybody for like they are alert. Let you give respect to the function. And after they don't play national anthem, we function don't. Nobody knows talk nothing for just a goodbye and allow let the president come out or the big entourage come out. So you can choose for play them before or after, but you plan. We the plan people now. The only exception to national anthem now media people. Now no more they move. Why? Because you get for team up in a position, you not forget your news scope. You get for dinner place where they get your picture, or you get a place where they see the president in proper action. That's not the only one protocol example national anthem for move. Also, Jama will get going with for our exporting. Then the CMD and CD, every embassy within this country get motoka. The CMD then a chef, the protocol originate normally in a French people, they make them sweet and fine. That CMD now the head of the mission, na motoka. The CD na core diplomatic. Everybody where they work na that diplomatic mission na get that CD by motoka. So the CMD do our own na the CN na treat na again respect na president they represent. Particularly they will come up from other countries. Una again road if una traffic don't block a blow on no halapa na una again na people young president they respect they represent our country. Na me could give them that number for let people they able identify. Not to decoration, and for them, they get some respect and authority. Charge their affair. Any officer, the boss man go sick, he go work, he go holiday. Now, embassy, mission, with the ambassador not there. The policy where they put, like they act with the ambassador not there, then they call charge their affair. So inside in the permanent, where they not get ambassador. Now go did it, but most times we go every week, and it can rotate. Some man can get deputy, some man can get the administrative head, and the charge. Now go did it. Then the wife of the vice president. The wife of the vice president, not a second lady. Second lady, now we person married, we daddy them married 2, 3, 4 wives. First wife, second wife, third wife, 4 wives. Now one president of the world now get 2 wives. One. Like Gambia, get 2 wives. But protocol still insisted now only first lady. Now we do call first lady. Nobody know they will give that title. Not in a protocol yet for call person first lady.
So how they go call her?
You call the second lady, sorry. Call her by in man name, Mrs. Vice President.
Or wife of the vice
Wife
president.
of the vice president. Call her that, but second lady not the.
Crossing of legs where you sit down before president.
Not to before president no more. Now public, if not been studio, even with any survey this down. I mean protocol get 2 teams in call sitting protocol and protocol sitting. Sitting protocol, now the one that will say you puts people, how then they sit down at public, whether they did you left, whether they did you right, whether they did before you, whether they did behind you. Protocol sitting, now how you sit down at public where they demonstrate and show respect for the one that we deal with. Some man they sit down at chair, lay down. Some man they sit down open foot. Some man they crossing foot na knee. For at all crossing foot na knee in a public way they see. Where people then they see. Because you understood the show. In some country then, a disrespect for the king right down if you show you shoes in under. Abandon. I make them get slipper safe. Then a slip sandals, and then get. Who they should pull her, then cross them pull. I make some side the pull shoes. Some head of state then they like the Ashanti, they go before away you wear shoes. You pull your shoes, don't go. So now I make question on a public. When I then lead them, particularly then lead them, we do them fine scat them. No cross your foot now you need anybody in that public. No joke. You know the look, no sign now you foot first you look before you look your face or you listen to you. Cross her now your ankle.
Wait for Tinap or sit
Then
down
you
before
call
president.
and royal cross.
Tinap or for sit down Tinap before president. Like if they talk to president. Before Tinap, why is the president sit down?
First of all, when president sit down, we all sit down. If president grab, we all for grab. We grab Tima.
Not to slavery this.
Not to slavery. Na protocol. Na decorum. It make things look sweet, it fine. You go see an orderliness.
You talk about one thing, see, now the only journalist where they in action, where the work get right for worker during national anthem. But like most times, the media practitioners during the line of work can get issue with the security of whether the president or higher state authorities them. What exactly now the role of the media at that moment? Because most times when any president they go challenge king, they don't go say no, the media will not go so no. The media will say no,
now because we not do prior arrangement there. The media very important outside. We are extremely important motor man in this country. Now any country say. Because now they bring we to the news, now they bring news to we. Now they make we get the fact and the quick president know they are today they carry out. But tomorrow morning we don't know all what you do how because of Una. So Una forget access in all shapes and form. Forget that news day. When they sing national anthem, particularly the one that we get camera, I can see some man banger there. No, for banger. Now for assistant, they're in a position where you go able to present decent news.
All right, Mr. Ambassador. Again, I know that you call person Mr. Ambassador.
Yes.
Okay. On your publication, but I'm a bit disappointed. You have been in this job for decades. How is it that under your very watch standards have dropped considerably in Sierra Leone on things mentioned in your book?
This one say quickly if we can get 2 excellencies. That one room.
And another message, the one the way they in the diaspora, they ask for the people in diaspora, how can they access the books, sir? Anyway,
unfortunately, that person they always say under my watch, sometimes not been this salon. If you mean this salon when I was in charge of protocol in this country, now always excellent. But when you get 2 excellencies in our office, na place. No we stand for call all man him say your excellencies. You don't cover the hall. If not 2, 3, 4, 5, you don't cover the hall. So you know the losses.
All right, so people, you don't, from the launch of the book, what's next?
From the launch of the book,
With all
yes.
waiting
Somebody
like this,
didn't ask
you aid
if I
what
did
protocol?
teach. Yes, I did teach. I did intend for open an institute of protocol. Come January, where I go to teach and different courses. And protocol, like I said from the beginning, not for president no more, not to, now for everybody where they interact with any other person. Because na decorum, na decency, na orderliness.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Definitely we'll go for the bring you for come educate people on protocol. And we wish you all the best in the launch of your book. Ambassador, time really don't go, but one last question with text. They say the studio guest is well grounded in his profession, learned a lot this morning. But somebody also they ask the protocol for me, husband, president anywhere for waka. What's not the protocol?
President in West for always stay on the left of the president.
So they always for the waka side by side.
No, not always. If president they go take guard of honor, I am one for the day.
Okay.
And then the president.
Okay.
I am for the day.
But if then they waka now.
In the waka, yes, if the waka you for the side by side, if the waka for go some side. You know the waka you left you left there a day before you. When I for the waka side by side because then they introduce them will say, here comes Mr. and Mrs. Not so? Or Miss.
So what about who said they all to the give speech?
It depends on a program. But the program you call now one person.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Ambassador. I will bring you Kaya one of these days again for come talk to you on protocol.
Wow. And also you yourselves all learn plenty things and things. And I hope say we authorities them go stop for make some of them kind of mistake there. And some of we say we then can invite one time for go introduce some of them people here so we go stop for them make them mistake there. I hope so. If we know we don't take and now say no, no continue no more. So that and you only be the talk. Or somebody go just say about scope. Instead of even the tell we be scope, now state house, now the same kind of mistake here so then they make well. If we're ready for change, you fine. If we're not ready for change again, it left to we. But what do you think of all of them things there? So drop your comment down for we now we comment section. You like the lecture, give it thumbs up. And then if you not subscribe it, please use this opportunity to press the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. Please, we love you very, very much. Okay, we go there tomorrow with the normal program. We had this same time. Yeah, my name na Ali. Until we meet again, I want to say God bless we all and we love you. Yes, subscribe. You always dey watch we program them, but you not subscribe it to the channel. All wetin you get for do, press this red subscribe button, and then you come over here and press this bell. To the bell option, press this one with all. E don done. E no get for cost you anything. When you do this, na sign for show say you dey support we for make we do more. Thank you for we don help we for share this program. Yeah, God bless you.